Right, chalo. So we start with children. We have to go a little bit fast. This chapter is big. Okay, so we go with reflection of light, and we had read a little bit about it. We said when light is incident on a surface, when light that is incident on a surface is sent back by the surface, that phenomenon is called reflection, right? तो आज हम उसमें और deep जाएंगे और reflection को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. So in order for reflection of, now why did I teach you the plane mirror? Because for reflection of light to take place, you should be having a reflecting surface. Hey, who is still? Why does it take you so much time to get arranged, beta? You need a reflecting surface. In order to study reflection of light, you need to have a reflecting surface, because that's the surface which is going to reflect that light, and that reflecting surface for all our discussion now will be a plane mirror. Which is the best reflecting surface? Does anyone remember? Silver. So we'll be discussing about plane mirror and how plane mirror is manufactured. We have seen. So let's start. Okay, and your drawing should be very good. Now this is what you will be again learning in grade 10. So a plane mirror is shown in this form, and the way I draw, I want you to draw the same way in test. Okay, and how we will make our legends and everything. So a plane mirror has got its etching. Let's make it etched. The etched side is the smooth side or the rough side?
Etching is the rough side.
This is the rough side.
Yes, sir.
This is the smooth side. So this is our mirror. So let's name this as PQ, and look how I label it. No pens will be used in test when you will be making your diagrams. You write PQ, you write it as a plane mirror. And this is called the legend of your diagram. You know what is legend? On maps and everything you have a legend. What does railway line mean? What does crop means? Triangles, then circles. So this is our legend. Okay. PQ एक प्लेन मिरर है. कौन सा? हाँ, वो पेंसिल, एक्चुअली पूरा डायग्राम पेंसिल से होना चाहिए. वहां भी आपको पेंसिल ही लगाना चाहिए. ये आपका पूरा डायग्राम है. ठीक है, समझा बच्चा?
Yes, sir.
ओके, नाउ PQ पे आके हमने क्या डाला? हमने डाला एक रे ऐसे, और इस रे में ये एरो, जो भी कोई गंदा एरो बनाएगा उसको काट के जीरो दूंगा. देखो मैं कैसे एरोस बनाता हूं सुंदर से. आज से आप आदत बनाओगे तो ही आपका ड्राइंग अच्छा होगा. डोंट मेक एन एरो जस्ट लाइक दैट. ठीक है, और इसको हमने नाम दिया, मान लीजिए गिव इट अ नेम कॉल AO. तो यहां पर लिखना पड़ेगा AO. AO कैसा एरो है? लुक एट द एरो ऑफ AO. AO is an arrow which is coming and hitting my plane mirror. सब बनाने को लग गए. तो इधर भी नजर मारो भाई. AO is an arrow which is coming and hitting my plane mirror. मतलब it is incident. इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं incident. So this is called my incident ray. Incident ray. Okay, don't make me stress today. I'm not that well. Okay. इसके बाद आता है the point O. O को हम बोलेंगे point of incidence. वो मौका वारदात का जगह. Point of incidence. We are actually in a virus environment now. Everybody can give everybody. Take 2 virus from me. Okay. ठीक है बच्चा. At O, we draw a perpendicular to the mirror. We draw a perpendicular to the mirror. People are sneezing even on online. We draw a perpendicular and we name this perpendicular as MN. MN. So MN को हम लिखेंगे, MN will be normal. Abnormal मत लिख देना. Normal at point of incidence. एरा गेरा नॉर्मल नहीं, यहां पे नहीं, यहां पे नहीं. नॉर्मल, वेरी स्पेशल नॉर्मल. नॉर्मल एट पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस. यार हैंडराइटिंग देखो यार, जबरदस्त. नॉर्मल एट पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस. ठीक है, क्लियर? द नॉर्मल एट पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज मेकिंग 90 डिग्री. ये 90 डिग्री एंगल बनाएगा. इधर भी 90 है, इधर भी 90 है. राइटो. इसके बाद बनेगा एक और. आराम आराम से. What happened? Wait, today you are so silent. Somebody hit you on the road, or somebody threatened you? This is OB, और OB बनेगा हमारा रिफ्लेक्टेड रे. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है भैया ये डायग्राम. अच्छा, एक चीज देख लो फिर बनाते रहो. देखो मैं क्या बनाता हूं. एंगल बिटवीन इंसिडेंट रे एंड नॉर्मल बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. नॉट इंसिडेंट रे एंड मिरर, इंसिडेंट रे एंड नॉर्मल. यानी कि ये एंगल, इसको हमने आई लिखा, तो आई को हम क्या बोलेंगे? आई को बोलेंगे एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस. दिस इज angle between incident ray and normal. ठीक है, इंसिडेंट रे एंड नॉर्मल. Lakshan, legible to you? All writings, everything? Oh, Srishti, you've joined. They're great, eh? क्या बीमार हो कि क्या हो? सो रही थी क्या? गोली मार रहे हो? हाँ? थक गई हूँ. थक गई हूँ. अच्छा. And then this angle, the angle between the normal and the reflected ray, this is called R. So R is my angle of reflection. Thing to be noted here, Your Honor, is that in the examination, people will not tell you about I, they will deliberately give you this particular angle. And this is a complementary angle. Complementary padha tha na? This and this added together will make you 90. So we'll learn about a new symbol today, and the symbol is written like this, see, like this. कैसे लिखते हैं? L जैसा लिखते हैं, ऐसे ऐसे कड़प कड़प पकड़ने टाइप. इसको हम बोलते हैं अल्फा. सीखो, ऐसे भी सीखना ही आगे. अल्फा. सो एंगल्स आर डिनोटेड बाय अल्फा एंड थीटा. तो अगर ये एंगल अल्फा है तो आई की वैल्यू कितनी होगी? 90 माइनस अल्फा. अल्फा बनाना आता है? कैसे बनाओगे? लाइक डोरेमोन, गोलिसा घुमा, ऐसे अल्फा. मछली बना के मुंह काट दो, अल्फा. दिस इज 90 माइनस अल्फा. So this is a schematic diagram of reflection. This diagram shows you reflection of light by plane mirror. Reflection of light by plane mirror. ठीक है? So children, before we started this last class, as you are drawing, let me also do some recap. We learned little bit about reflection. What was reflection? When light ray comes and falls on a reflective surface and it is sent back to the same medium from where it came, that phenomenon is known as reflection. ठीक है ना? अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? AO is a incident ray which came and it hit this mirror and it is being sent back as OB. So AO is known as my incident ray. OB is known as my reflected ray. O is the point of incidence. At the point of incidence, I always make a normal which is perpendicular to the mirror. And the angle made by the angle of incidence with the normal is called the angle of incidence, not alpha. Alpha is not the angle of incidence. I is the angle of incidence. However, I and alpha will be exactly complementary to each other. If you know alpha, you can be able to find out what is the value of I. So in exam, they won't give you this. They will say this is 30 degree. That means this is 60 degree. This is 45. This is 45. This is 1 degree. This is 89 degree. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Stage is set for us now to understand the laws of reflection. Same thing you will get in grade 10. Same thing. So अगर आप अभी अच्छा same ditto. In fact, their test copies are out here. I can show you some grade 10 test copies if you don't believe, and we can see whether we have that question or not. So seeing is believing. So you will believe. Where is the reflection test? 1 minute. State the laws of reflection. The laws of reflection are as follows. Same thing you will be studying. So if you study now, your job becomes easy. ठीक है? आइए laws of reflection लिखते हैं. The first law. There are two laws only. It's very simple. The first law is the angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, which means angle I is equal to angle R. Bakul, you should sometimes compliment on my handwriting also. You never do that. You should go to YouTube and write, sir, so nice handwriting. You never write. Nothing. He goes and presses the dislike button. Okay. The angle of reflection. Have you understood? That means, now if I tell you in a particular problem that they have given me alpha as 60 degree, you know what is the value of I? I will be 30 degree, which means R will also be equal to 30 degree based on the laws of reflection. Same question will come in mathematics as lines and angle in grade 9. Same question. Okay? So these were some of our examples. Have you understood? The first law is very simple. The angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. और ये क्वेश्चन आपको टेस्ट में देगा ही देगा, नहीं देगा तो just come with a knife and say, sir, I want to chop your ears because this question has not come. Draw a neat label diagram and state the laws of reflection and draw a neat label diagram. 5 mark. आएगा ही आएगा. So how do you write it? Many people write the laws like this. They just write this part. This is the mathematical interpretation. Please do write the language also, because they will say state. Number two. Number two is a little bit difficult for us to understand because people don't explain. हम सीखेंगे. लिख लेते हैं पहले. The incident ray the reflected ray and the normal at point of incidence all lie on the same plane. First of all, you write it, then we'll understand. All lie on the same plane. Now this law people mug up, but they don't understand what is same plane. Look at the style of writing style in here. All lie on the same plane. Once everyone has written, then I'll explain this.
Sir, आप concept
ये हैंडराइटिंग इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आ रहा, तुम मेरी बेइज्जती कर रहे हो. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at point of incidence all lie on the same plane. All lie on the same plane. Plane. ठीक है? हाँ. Normal is the line that is drawn perpendicular to the mirror. Darling, NM is normal. MN is normal. Normal is perpendicular to the mirror. Your handwriting will never improve because every day you use one type of pen and all of different diameters. Someday you will use a 1960 Parker pen to show off. Then you will use Hero pen fountain. Today he is using a Hauser itna motu pen. पेन लाओ कि रोटी बेलने आए ऐसे कुछ भी है मतलब. चले इसको समझते हैं. आ जाओ जरा ध्यान से सुनो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं अभी. Let's say these are two rays or these are two lines. These are two lines. जरा देखो इसको. These are two lines. Two lines are always said to be coplanar. Coplanar means these two lines are always on the same plane. Sir, I did not understand. First question is, do you understand what is a plane? Do you understand what is a plane? A plane is anything which is a two-dimensional surface in this 3D surface. Two-dimensional means something like a A4 paper which is floating, or a cardboard, or an exam board in any orientation. You know your exam board? Exam board in any orientation is a plane. So let's say this chemistry book is a plane. There is, no matter whichever orientation I keep it, can I attach a book right behind it? Yes, I can always keep a book. मैं ऐसे रखूं तो ऐसे बुक रख दूंगा, ऐसे रखूंगा तो ऐसे रख दिया, ऐसे रखा तो ऐसे, बुक हमेशा रख सकता हूं. So two lines are always coplanar. They lie on the same plane. Means, same plane means, say suppose this is a plane, this is a plane. On this plane, two lines can always lie together. You can always make it possible. दो लाइन को आप कैसे भी रखो. सर मैंने ना ऐसे रखा, कोई बात नहीं, इसके पीछे एक बुक लगा दो एक ही प्लेन में. लेकिन अगर इनको मैं दो लाइन की जगह तीन लाइन कर दूं तो एक प्लेन में नहीं ला सकते. थिंक इट as the tripod of a selfie stand. Now can I have a book which will attach all the three? नहीं आता है. सबका सरफेस सब लेटना पड़ेगा इस बुक के ऊपर. होगा? थिंक दैट ऑल ऑफ देम आर ऑन द सी बीच, लेटा हुआ है. इसमें लेटा, ये ब्लैक वाला नहीं लेट पा रहा है, देखो. लेकिन एक कंडीशन है जब तीनों लेट सकता है. अगर मैं ऐसा कर दूं, ऐसा टाइप, ऐसे करने से देयर इज ओनली वन एंड ओनली वन ओरिएंटेशन जब तीनों लेट सकता है इसके ऊपर. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? दिस इज कॉल्ड three lines on the same plane. Can three lines be coplanar? Yes. How many orientations are possible? One and only orientation. एक ही plane में एक ही बार होगा. Is this coplanar? Yes. Book लग गया. Is this coplanar? Yes. Book लग गया. ये स्कूल वाले ये चीज नहीं समझाते हैं. ये लोग ये लॉ नहीं समझे, सिर्फ रट्टा मारते हैं. अब इस पे आते हैं. ये कहता है इंसिडेंट रे, नॉर्मल and reflected ray all are in same plane. मतलब these rays are not like the three legs of a tripod. They are all together like this. Have you understood? So this as an arrangement, now see, take my board as the reflective surface. Do you mean to say that ray is coming only like this? No, this is a combination of normal, incident ray, reflected ray. It can come and hit many ways. They are still in the same plane, still in the same plane, still in the same plane, still in the same plane. Now do you understand? इसका मतलब है आप इस ड्राइंग में, क्योंकि ये 2D ड्राइंग है तो आपको लगता है रेज ऐसे ही आती है. रेज कैन कम इन एनी मैनर. जैसे लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल my mirror is something like this. I have kept my mirror on the floor like this. Sir, this is a 3D drawing, okay? How is the incident ray? Like this. How is the normal? Sir, like this. How is the reflected ray? Sir, the reflected ray is like this. What do you mean by that they are in the same plane? These three rays belong to one same plane. समझ में आया? It is like holding two books and keeping them like this. One book is my mirror, other book is the plane containing the three rays. It can come and hit at any direction as possible. It is not that it will come and hit only in this beautiful manner. But one thing, these three rays, they are all imaginary. Whichever way they come, they cannot be in the orientation like the legs of a tripod. They are always together. They are always together. Just like ऐसे कटरक खुल गया, ऐसे बन जाते हैं. अभी बोलो किसको समझ में आया नहीं आया? The incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal all lie on the same plane. So rather than seeing the rays, bring some planes and hit them on this mirror. This is a plane, this is hitting the mirror like this. I can have an incident, normal, reflected. This is the mirror and a plane is coming and hitting like this. Incident ray, normal, reflected. Sir, my plane is coming and hitting like this. Incident, normal, reflected. हर एक प्लेन में त्रिदेव मौजूद है और तीनों कोप्लानर होते हैं. कोप्लानर का मीनिंग समझ में आया? Two rays can always be made coplanar, but three rays can be made coplanar only in one orientation if all three of them separate like this. Understood? यही होता है। ये क्वेश्चन आपको आएगा ही आएगा, आप इस पे मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट मार्क कर लो और क्वेश्चन लिख भी लो। ड्रॉ अ नीट लेवल डायग्राम, स्टेट द लॉज ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन एंड ड्रॉ अ नीट लेवल डायग्राम। ये क्वेश्चन आता ही आता है। ड्रॉ अ नीट लेवल डायग्राम and state the laws of reflection. No guy uses, none of my student will use a pen while drawing a diagram. They will all draw the diagram with pencils and clearly write the legends on this side and see how your ma'am awards you marks. दिखाएगा आपका कॉपी क्लास में सबको। I want your exam drawing to be exactly like this, the way you all have drawn. And only thing is they should be pencil. Beautifully you all have done. एग्जाम में यही क्वालिटी चाहिए, और अगर ये नहीं हो पाया हो गया। ठीक है? Have you understood laws of reflection? So what are the laws of reflection? The laws of reflection are the incident angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. The incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie on the same plane. In grade 10 you will learn laws of refraction. वहां पे भी ये लॉ सेम होता है। वहां सिर्फ इंसिडेंट रे को रिफ्रैक्टेड रे कर दो, ये लॉ सेम ही रहता है, ये लॉ चेंज नहीं होता है। ठीक है, चलें आगे, थोड़ा सा मिटाए। ओके, सो चिल्ड्रन, बाय नाउ लेट्स हैव अ क्विक रिकैप ऑफ व्हाट चैप्टर ओरिएंटेड थिंग्स वी हैव स्टडीड। चैप्टर ओरिएंटेड थिंग्स, एंड लुक एट दीस टर्म्स एंड आस्क योरसेल्फ वेदर यू हैव अंडरस्टूड और नॉट। Reflection as a phenomenon, then laws of reflection, then the plane mirror reflection diagram. बोलो बच्चा, जरा बोर्ड देख के देखो तो आस्क योर सेल्फ, एवरीवन, लक्ष्यन, सृष्टि, हैना, एवरीवन आस्क योर सेल्फ टू योर सेल्फ, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज रिफ्लेक्शन? Have you understood what is laws of reflection? Sorry, laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. And have you understood this particular diagram? This will be your Bible. ये बहुत बार रेफर करेंगे हम लोग। ठीक है, क्लियर? आगे बढ़े, चलिए। हमारा नेक्स्ट टॉपिक रहेगा इमेज फॉर्मेशन बाय प्लेन मिरर। ये भी क्वेश्चन आएगा आपको, image formation by plane mirror. Image formation by a plane mirror. So पहले क्या बनाना पड़ेगा? पहले एक प्लेन मिरर बनाना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, so this is my plane mirror. I'm just drawing a reference line for my purpose so that the drawing looks okay. बाद में मिटा दूंगा इसको मैं। हाँ, image formation by plane mirror. So let us assume that our friend Vakul darling is in front of the mirror. Okay, Vakul darling is in front of the mirror and he is wearing Casio G-Shock watch on his left hand. Casio G-Shock watch on his left hand. मजा आएगा इसको, कोई रीजन से ही बनाया हो, ऐसे नहीं बनाया हो। ठीक है, this is Vakul darling wearing Casio G-Shock watch. So On this side we are making the image of Vakul. There will be lot of things that we will understand here, पर पहले बना लो. And here the most interesting thing is the G-Shock watch will come on his right hand. Image है, inverted image, सेल्फी जैसा हो जाएगा ये, ठीक है ना. अब ये होता कैसे है जरा देखते हैं. बकुल का ये इमेज कैसे फॉर्म होता है. तो इमेज फॉर्मेशन को भी बुक में आपका बॉल के साथ बनाया रहेगा, हम लोग थोड़ा ऐसे बनाते हैं. let's take one ray from the head of Vakul and let's make it fall here. Okay. Okay, this is the ray which is incident from Vakul's head. Agreed? And where is it incident? It is incident right at this point. So I am supposed to draw what? I am supposed to draw a normal at the point of incidence. So this is my first ray और मैंने यहाँ पे एक normal बनाया. Now this line is no more required. Vakul wala line that was only done to make the diagram look good. This line is. So this is my normal. So what does the law of reflection tells me? The angle of incidence. Now what is the angle of incidence? This is the angle of incidence. I1 should be equal to the angle of reflection. So let's make the angle of reflection. Let's make the reflected ray. So this is the reflected ray coming out of the mirror. ठीक है. AO A dash. AO is my angle of incident ray and O dash is my reflector. ठीक है. आप समझिए, थोड़ा सा अलग बनाने से भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. You're just trying to make it, otherwise book and all will draw with one small ball. मैं इसको इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के लिए ऐसा किया. This is my second ray from the foot. A second ray from the foot. Let's say this is B O dash. So I should have another normal out here. Let us make another normal. This is my other normal. So the normals are M1 N1 M2 N2. ठीक है, दो नॉर्मल हो गए, दो पॉइंट ऑफ इंसिडेंस हो गए. सो एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस should again be equal to angle of reflection. So I will get my next angle of reflection is like this. Don't concentrate on the dotted lines now. That will concentrate later. This is B dash. These rays, when they were extended on dotted, they went and met this side. बात समझ में आ रहा है? The law of reflection is like that. Incident ray, reflected ray. Incident ray, reflected ray. The two reflected rays are divergent. Divergent मतलब आपस में मिलेंगे नहीं. इनको अगर मैं extend करा के ले जाऊं तो ये यहाँ जाते हैं. Actually, you should show meeting. Just to show in this manner, we have done it. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा देख लेते हैं. This angle of incidence, this is I1, so this is R1, and this is I2, and this is R2. The law of reflection is always obeyed. ये ड्रॉ करने को एग्जाम में नहीं आएगा, ये समझने की चीज है. Now, image formation by a plane mirror, we are supposed to learn the characteristics. Means what are the properties of such a mirror, characteristics. So let's see the characteristics. Oh, are we ready to learn? आप लोग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पे ज्यादा ध्यान दो. डायग्राम आपको बुक में भी मिलेगा, आपको ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ज्यादा लिखने को आता है. Name the characteristics. Don't focus too much on the drawing. Drawing we can make it from the book also. I am making it so that you understand. Shall I start? Okay. And here I'm making what? I am making Nayan Chakshu. Nayan Chakshu means the eye. जो हमारी वकुल, प्यारा सा वकुल को देख रहा है, ठीक है ना? That's how you see. आइए पहला कैरेक्टरिस्टिक लिखते हैं. The first characteristic, look children, now pay attention, this is more important. The diagram you can always see at the book, nobody is going to ask you to make this diagram. The characteristics are very important. The first characteristic is something like this. आप लिखने में ध्यान देना, okay? This distance is known as object distance. Have you understood? Who is our object? Vakul is our object. How far is he from the mirror? And this is known as my image distance. So these are plain mirror. These are the mirrors that you see every day while dressing up, while brushing your teeth, not spherical mirrors. और जो characteristics आप लिख रहे हो, they are only valid for plain mirror, right? The first one is object distance is always equal to image distance. And try to relate. When you comb your hair early in the morning, the distance between your face and the mirror is same as between Ananya's image and mirror on that side. वो थोड़ी दूर रहता है. पास आओ ना, फिर हम कंघी करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं, दोनों आसपास रहते हैं. Able to relate? ये क्या चीज है? Object distance is equal to, have you understood this part or not? है ना? Have you understood? Object distance equal to image distance. आप मिरर से जितने दूर, इमेज भी आपसे उतने दूरी है. ठीक है? Our next thing. अच्छा, tell me, when you dress in front of a mirror or you get ready, do you exactly see yourself only? Yes. If the mirror is perfect, I should not see somebody, any abnormality in my figure and all. Whatever I am supposed to see like that only. Don't you agree or not? ठीक है, तो इसमें हम क्या लिखेंगे? नेक्स्ट इज दिस एंड दिस. दिस इज ऑब्जेक्ट हाइट. ऑब्जेक्ट हाइट एंड दिस इज इमेज हाइट. So next point will be object height is equal to image height. Need not memorize if you have understood. Object height equals image height. ठीक है? Clear? If your mirror is plain, there will be no difference between the object and the image. हालांकि with ladies this is a big problem. थोड़ा सा ह्यूमर भी होना चाहिए. बहुत सारी लेडीज बोलेंगे यार तुम्हारे मिरर में ना मैं बड़ी मोटी दिखती हूँ. ऐसा कोई बात नहीं. जब तक मिरर प्लेन मिरर है, अगर आप मोटी हैं तो आप मोटी ही दिखेंगे, और अगर आप पतली हैं तो आप पतली दिखेंगे. ऐसा है. तुम्हारे फोटो कैमरा में ना मैं किसी मोटी टाइप आती हूँ, मोटी है इसलिए मोटी आ रही है, खत्म बात. ठीक है? थर्ड, अच्छा देखो तो वकुल इज सीधा. इज हिज इमेज सीधा? यस. सो वी ऑलवेज राइट image is erect. Image is erect. अच्छा, उल्टा होता है बहुत सारे मिरर्स में उल्टा भी होता है. Then we say image is inverted. What do we say? Image is inverted. You want to see an inverted image of yourself at home today? Go home and ask your mom if she has a tablespoon. Tablespoon, you know, the bigger spoon with which you eat rice and all. If she has a new tablespoon with her, new tablespoon. And the tablespoon is like this. Have you seen? Yeah, the dal, no, the one with which you have food. You just take that one. That is a serving spoon. take the tablespoon and keep the outer bulging side towards you. It should be a new concave. It should be a new one. ठीक है, ऐसा है, एक आउटर बल्जिंग होने से कॉन्वेक्स होगा, इनर बल्जिंग आप घुमा के इनर बल्जिंग को अपने तरफ रखो और थोड़ा दूर खड़े होके अपना चेहरा देखो, उल्टा दिखेगा। फ्लिप करने से सीधा आएगा, ठीक है, दैट इज नोन एज अ कॉन्केव मिरर। कॉन्केव मिरर में उल्टा दिखता है। दिस डन, इमेज इज इरेक्ट। द फोर्थ वन you have to understand, we say image is virtual. The opposite of virtual is the word called real. This is a virtual image. Now let us understand what is a virtual image. In ray optics, although in grade 8 you won't have many diagrams, in 10 you will have a lot of diagrams. Whenever you see an image which has been formed by dotted rays, that image is a virtual image. कहने का मतलब है रियलिटी में ये इमेज को हम बना नहीं पा रहे हैं। ट्राई टू, वो सब बाद में स्क्रीन, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट। वेयर डिड द रे कम फ्रॉम? इट केम फ्रॉम दिस साइड। वेयर डिड द रे गो? इट वेंट दिस साइड। तो इमेज तो इस साइड बनना चाहिए था ना, बट लुक एट द नेचर ऑफ दिस रेज, दे आर डाइवर्जेंट। डाइवर्जेंट मतलब समझ रहे हैं, लाइक दिस, वाई की तरह खुल गया है। इमेज इज फॉर्म्ड व्हेन टू रिफ्लेक्टेड रेज मीट। आप चाहे तो लिख सकते हैं, एन इमेज इज ऑलवेज फॉर्म्ड व्हेन टू रिफ्लेक्टेड रेज मीट। ठीक है, ये अलग से, नॉट हियर, इट्स अ डिफरेंट डिस्कशन। सो वी राइट इमेज इज फॉर्म्ड व्हेन मिनिमम टू रिफ्लेक्टेड रेज मीट। अब ये मीट वाला बहुत डाइसी वर्ड है, ठीक है। दिस मीट कैन बी एक्चुअल, सही में मीट करे। सही में मीट करने के लिए ये रेस कैसा होना चाहिए था? कन्वर्जिंग, कि कहीं जाके मीट कर जाएगा। बट व्हाट इज द नेचर? डाइवर्जिंग। विल दे मीट? दे विल नेवर मीट। और एक होता है वर्चुअल। वर्चुअल मतलब काल्पनिक, इट्स योर थॉट प्रोसेस। इन दिस व्हाट वी डू, we extrapolate. What, it is a new English word for you, extrapolate. Extrapolate means you pull the rays on the back side. Try to understand. Look at me. These are two rays going at the bottom side. They are divergent. Do you agree? Diverge हो रहा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं तो कन्वर्ज करता था ना। तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे? इस साइड को एक्स्ट्रापोलेट करो, इमेजिनेशन। इस साइड को भी एक्स्ट्रापोलेट करो, कहीं ना कहीं मीट करता है। वैसे ही दीज टू रेज आर डाइवर्जेंट, दे गो एंड मीट कहीं ना कहीं। दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ अ मीटिंग इज नॉट एन एक्चुअल मीटिंग, दिस इज योर कंसेप्चुअलाइज, इट्स कॉल्ड वर्चुअल मीटिंग। व्हेन यू गेट एन इमेज बाय दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ अ phenomenon, it is called a virtual image. A virtual image is formed when two rays do not meet in reality, they meet only by extrapolation. All the mirror image that you see are virtual images, plane mirror में। and तो हम लोग कहते हैं image is virtual, इसका मतलब है rays, which rays? Reflected rays. Reflected rays are extrapolated. Extrapolated का easy English क्या होता है? Produced backwards. Produced backwards. Then you get a virtual image. और जब virtual होगा तो as our friend Samarth was saying, cannot be taken on screen. Taken on screen. स्क्रीन में इस इमेज को नहीं ले सकते हो आप। जैसे सिनेमा हॉल में स्क्रीन में इमेज आता है ना, यू कैनॉट टेक दिस इमेज ऑन स्क्रीन। The image which you see of yourself every day in front of the wash basin or the dressing, then you will never see the image. Image can never be taken on screen. Image formation by a plane mirror, and the image is always formed. Image is formed, एक मिनट बेटा, behind the mirror. Screen means, screen can be a paper also. Can be a paper. Can you see this image on that paper? No. However, if you take lenses, have you used a magnifying glass sometimes? Yes. उसको जैसे ही आप लाइट पे रखेंगे तो उसका you see the another ring on a paper. That is a real image. take a magnifying glass and take one paper and have the light behind you. The magnifying glass is a ring, you will see the ring on the paper. That's an image of the magnifying glass. Projector, like me walking and my shadow, the wall can be a screen. ये image को आप screen पे नहीं ले सकते, ये एक काल्पनिक image है. That's why this is used in what you call art also. When in movies they try to show your conscience. Have you seen? Suppose you have done something wrong, and there are some scenes in movies, they'll show that your conscience is speaking to you. They always portray it through the mirror. क्या कर रहे हो अनन्या, आज तुमने क्लास में अच्छा नहीं किया, वकुल को उसके टेस्ट के नंबर के बारे में पूछकर, और तभी अनन्या ऐसे रहते हैं. That is the conscience is speaking to you. They show that scene. So that's a virtual image.
Sir, if the sun is shining on a tree and a shadow is formed, does that make a tree the screen?
Not really the screen. Screen is anything where you see an image. So these image cannot be taken on screen. And the most important point जिसको लेके क्वेश्चन आएगा, that is number 5. The image undergoes, put it in quote and write it in block, lateral inversion. Lateral inversion. Lateral inversion means a normal lady wearing a sari, she is seeing herself as a Gujarati lady. उल्टा पल्ला हो गया साड़ी. Lateral inversion, है ना? That's why our Vakul darling's watch came on the other hand. Selfie. तो lateral inversion का मीनिंग क्या होता है, इसके अभी डेफिनेशन लिखना है हमें. आइए अलग से डेफिनेशन लिखिए. Lateral inversion. Yes, lateral inversion, right? When the image of an object is flipped horizontally. In our days, children used to find difficulty to understand it because we never had mobile and selfies, but you all understand it faster. When an image, समझ लो ना, when the image of an object is flipped horizontally, that is the left hand side and the right hand side interchange their positions. Such an image is said to be laterally inverted, and the phenomenon is called lateral inversion. You don't love to write, I know that. You have not written. Where is the definition of lateral inversion? That's the reason why you don't score. That's the only difference. They are not idiots that they are writing. You think that you have understood. 5 months from now, you will make a mistake here itself, because you will not get this word flipped horizontally coming to your mouth instantaneously, because you didn't write it. When the image of an object is flipped horizontally, that is the left hand side becomes the right hand side, the image is said to be laterally inverted, and the phenomenon is called lateral inversion. Just like the selfie shot of a mobile. Some mobiles have correction initiated, like if you click also it comes straight, otherwise it will laterally. So here the watch on Vakul's left hand side came on his right hand side. ठीक है, आइए थोड़ा और lateral inversion के बारे में पढ़ते हैं. This is a must question, huh? Define lateral inversion and explain one of its application. So lateral inversion is applied while writing the word ambulance on ambulance. Ambulance is written laterally inverted. The reason is, as I am driving a car, the mirror in front of me, though it is not plane mirror, it's convex, the ambulance is behind me, and if the ambulance would have written ambulance in the straight order, I will see it horizontally flipped. So I wrote the ambulance word in horizontally flipped manner. Now I am seeing on my mirror ambulance hai. Therefore ambulance first give way. The letters on ambulance for the word ambulance written on ambulance is horizontally flipped because it assists the driver of the car or the vehicle in front of the ambulance to see the horizontal flipped image. Wrong का flip right आएगा. अगर एम्बुलेंस ने एम्बुलेंस सही वे पे लिखा था, मैं तो मिरर पे देखूंगा ना, मैं थोड़ी घूम घूम के देखूंगा. मिरर पे मुझे उल्टा एम्बुलेंस दिखेगा, तो मैंने लिखा ही उल्टा. अभी सामर्थ भी अपना गाड़ी में लिख लेता है सामर्थ द डॉन उल्टा करके, और पीछे से पापा 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 मारता है, जो भी देखता है डॉन आ रहा है, डॉन छोड़ दो, ठीक है, ऐसा कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। ये क्वेश्चन आता है, मेनी चिल्ड्रन हु आर सो गुड इन द स्पोकन इंग्लिश, आई आस्क देम define lateral inversion. What they say, you know, ambulance. Ambulance is an application of lateral inversion. Lateral inversion का definition अलग है, और question में आपको आएगा explain one of the applications of lateral inversion. The lateral inversion as a phenomenon is applied while writing the letters of the word ambulance on an ambulance. The letters are deliberately written in a horizontal flipped manner so that the car or the vehicle ahead of ambulance sees the laterally flipped image and he gets another flip of it. Lateral का flipped original होके आता है. Is this clear? That's why you don't write.
Sir, I understood lateral inversion, sir. You told lateral.
If I write a right image, then it will come laterally flipped. So if you give a laterally flipped image, then it will come correct. Minus into minus equal to plus. Very nice. Spot on. ठीक है, so come to some, and they may ask you some letters of the English alphabet which do not have any impact of lateral inversion. So let's see those letters. So first comes A, after that B, C, D, E, F, G, H, H, I, then I, J, K, L, then M, N, then O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, not Z. These do not undergo any sort of lateral inversion. ठीक है ना? ठीक है? Have you understood what is lateral inversion? बच्चा जरा देखो अभी सब ठीक ठाक. So what are the characteristics of a plane mirror? In a plane mirror, object distance is equal to image distance, object height is equal to image height, image is erect, image is virtual, and the image is laterally inverted or horizontally flipped. There are 5 characteristics. ये question आता है. This is one question you can expect from this chapter. Define lateral inversion is one question you can expect from this chapter, and another question you can expect is what is laws of reflection and what is the application of lateral inversion. Give an example of application. So you should write this word. If you want, you can write the line. As I said, the letters of the word ambulance are written in a horizontally flipped manner so that the vehicle ahead of the ambulance gets a horizontally flipped, that is the correct image on his mirror, and thus makes way for the ambulance to go ahead, because the ambulance comes for emergency. Clear है? बहुत कुछ सीख लिया. अब अगला टॉपिक. टॉपिक तो टॉपिक, मुंह ऐसे बना रहे हो क्यों? टाइम हो गया क्या? कम चला रब दिस. क्या हो गया? मूड नहीं है आज? क्यों मुझे देख रहे हो? किस किस को मूड है? सृष्टि तो सो गई. Clear so far? That's why maths classes are better, na? Science classes get boring. Is this fine? चले? ओके, एक टॉपिक छेड़ते हैं, उसको थोड़ा बात करेंगे और फिर छोड़ देंगे, ज्यादा नहीं. Let's talk about the next topic that we have, that we need to discuss here. ये है, इसके बाद खत्म हो जाएगा चैप्टर. इसके बाद थोड़ा सा regular and diffuse reflection, periscope, and then we go to human eye. That's again biology, right? So let's go to regular reflection. Regular reflection. ठीक है. So regular reflection, we should again take a reflecting surface. Sir, is this a plane mirror? You can think that this is a plane mirror, but I will say that this is a reflecting surface. So PQ, इसका डायग्राम बना लीजिए. This is, my PQ is a reflecting surface. I am avoiding to use the word, I am avoiding from using the word plane mirror. I am just using reflecting surface. But can this be a plane mirror? Oh yes, definitely. Right? And I make some parallel incident rays on it. So there are three parallel incident rays. I1, I2, I3. Three parallel incident rays. So definitely I should have 3 point of incidence, O1, O2, O3, and I should have 3 normals. One, two, and 3. क्या हो रहा है, इतना क्या बातें करते रहते हो?
सर ये पेन के साथ लाइन मार रहा है।
ठीक है, so you've got 3 incident rays and put the laws of reflection. All of them should have equal angles of reflection. Yeah. R1, R2, R3. This angle is equal to this. These are different angles all, but each angle is equal to its reflected angle. Right? So regular reflection. Shall we write? Write down. When a parallel beam of rays a parallel beam of rays, and you can use in bracket I1, I2 and I3 are reflected back as incident rays are reflected back as parallel beam of reflected rays. Means you came parallel, you are going out also parallel. That's the simple thing to understand. आप parallel आए थे, parallel जा रहे हो. Parallel rays. Then such a reflection is called regular reflection. Very easy to understand. And you can use the rays R1, R2, R3 in your diagram. You came parallel and you got reflected parallel. Then it is known as regular reflection. इसका ऑपोजिट होता है जो हम अगले क्लास करेंगे, पर इसमें अभी बात करना है. इसका ऑपोजिट होता है डिफ्यूज्ड रिफ्लेक्शन. ये अगले क्लास में देखेंगे, पर आज थोड़ा रेगुलर समझ लेते हैं. When a parallel beam of rays that is incident as I1, I2, I3 on a reflective surface, say PQ, which can be a plane mirror also. Now, why did I not say plane mirror? You should ask, sir, which all surfaces give us regular reflection? A plane mirror will always give you regular reflection. Polished मुझसे बात नहीं. जो spherical mirrors होते हैं ना हमारे, उसमें आपको रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन मिलेगा, कम मिलेगा, लेकिन प्लेन मिरर्स में सबसे ज्यादा मिलता है. अब इज रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन गुड और बैड? यू टेल मी. गुड or bad? Regular reflection means when a parallel beam of rays comes and reflects back parallelly. तो इसका क्या होगा अगले क्लास में पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन जान लेते हैं. When a parallel beam of rays come and reflects non-parallelly, scattered. आपको अच्छा कौन सा लगता है? ये वाला अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन ये बड़ा ही भद्दा चीज है. ये अगर हो जाए रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में तो कैसा लगेगा पता है? स्विच ऑन think yourself if you have entered Bajaj Electricals into the television section and the entire televisions are switched off. What do you see? Ananya walking, Ananya, 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 Ananya. All sides you see Ananyas only. ये पूरा दुनिया तुम्हें मिरर जैसा लगेगा. Want to have some more idiotic experience? Let us say you are studying on a dining table and there is no cloth and the dining table is made up of Belgian glass. Glass का dining table है. समझ में आ रहा है? और उसके ऊपर अपने वेद को आंख से दिखाई नहीं देता है तो उसने एक टेबल लैम्प भी जला लिया है. Dark glass dining table with a table light, no tablecloth. Have you heard of the story of the lion and the rabbit? The
The well one.
Yeah.
the well one.
Yes, sir.
Every day the lion eats something. So the same thing will happen. As soon as Ved bends down to read, another Ved will be coming out from the bottom. You imagine how foolish your life will be. You're studying on a dining table with a table lamp on it. एक तो लाइट दो दिखेगा, आदमी दो दिखेगा. That is regular reflection. Now the question arises: in and around us, is regular reflection taking place or diffused? Diffused. If diffused reflection would not have happened, you could not have written. Ritisha writing on the paper will see another Ritisha with non-smiling face. One Ritisha, नीचे से और एक Ritisha. So regular reflection अच्छा नहीं है बेटा. वकुल समझ लो नहा के बाहर आया, चारों ओर नहाया हुआ वकुल ही दिख रहा है. हाँ, एकदम उसको बोलेंगे 70 MMS बन गया उसका, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. So in our daily life, beta, diffuse reflection takes place, and we will understand how diffuse reflection takes place. We'll understand in our next class. So what is regular reflection? When a parallel beam of rays is reflected back parallelly, such a reflection is known as regular reflection. And regular reflections are exhibited by extremely polished and fine surfaces like a plane mirror. Plane mirror में regular reflection होता है, क्योंकि plane mirror में सिर्फ आप अपने आप को और पीछे सब कुछ दिखता है और कुछ नहीं दिखता है. And the world around you, if it was regular reflection, it would have been horrible. The population of India would have doubled. सब लोग एक साथ जा रहे हैं, दो हाथ, और 5 बच्चे एक साथ जा रहे हैं तो रावण वाला फीलिंग आया, 10 हाथ जा रहा है एक साथ, है ना? अगर रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन होगा तो सोचो सृष्टि, one सृष्टि we cannot keep quiet. There are 2 सृष्टिस walking, and if she is in a Bajaj Electricals, there are many सृष्टिस. इतना सृष्टि का सृष्टि हो गया है, सब गड़बड़ हो जाता. So have you understood what is regular reflection? Parallel beam. So in any case of mirrors that you see, it's all regular reflection. Next class we will study about diffuse reflection and then some optical devices like a periscope and a kaleidoscope. That will end this part, and then we move to the human eye. ठीक है, रंगारंग कार्यक्रम आज का यही समाप्त होता है.